not feeling.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. Call InventHelp today.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-352-1609. That's 1-800-352-1609.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method and to get your free report, go to 52security.com. That's the number 52security.com. 52security.com. Go to 52security.com.
Hurt or injured in a car accident? It can be hard to take the proper legal action after a car accident, but waiting can cost you more. The law requires car accident victims to assert claims promptly. You could lose out by simply waiting. Call 800-709-4667 right now to see what your claim could be worth when handled by a skilled attorney. With a lawyer fighting and speaking up for you, you could be entitled to a big cash award. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Now it's fast and easy to connect with the legal help you need after your car accident. Call 800-709-4667. The call is free, but you need to act now before time runs out on your claim. You need a lawyer to fight for you, protect you, and get you the compensation you need and deserve. Time's wasting. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Call now.
I considered suicide so I wouldn't put my family through all the pain.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war as they struggle with devastating injuries. At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help.
Even though you think you're broken, you're not. It's the physical and the emotional healing that Wounded Warrior Project provides.
With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Beautiful. There you go, buddy.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. Now is the time to show your support. Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month, and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
It made me feel that there's people out there that care about us.
After this event, we can finally maybe start to heal as a family and move forward.
We need your help. The families are hurting.
For many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Please call or go online right now.
You shouldn't have to pay to talk to the people closest to you, or the people who used to be. That's why Umbrella Wireless is proud to announce the new Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan. Now you'll get unlimited calls to your best buddy, your mom, or Cindy, once she realizes that you're seriously meant for each other and should stop screening your calls. Now the 30 minutes of agonizing silence where you're both afraid to hang up may drain your battery, but it won't drain your wallet. And you'll get unlimited calls just to check if she still cares enough to pick up, with no extra charges. With the Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, your phone will automatically answer calls from your ex, because maybe she finally realizes that you're the only one for her and wants to get coffee sometime. Now, after lonely nights of looking at pictures of the road trip you took together when everything was great, your misspelled texts are absolutely free. The only thing you have to pay for is the booze. The Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, because she wants you back. She just doesn't know it yet.
Rod Eccles Show.
Here we go again, the last half hour for the show of this particular program and for the week. And here's hoping that you have a wonderful weekend. I'll be busy this weekend. Be doing lots of things that come along with spring. Doing some upgrades, doing some repairs. Probably detailing my vehicle. When it comes to my car, I'm rather a neat freak. I mean, I have a car that is right now, it's 8 years old, and just by looking at it, except for the road chips on the front end, people do not see an 8-year-old vehicle. It's because I tend to take care of my stuff. I baby stuff. I take good care of. Look, I'm spending good money on it. Why do I want to tear it up? It doesn't make any sense to me to do that. And I know today's cars are a lot more durable than they used to be. But at the same time, I don't need to test that theory. Although I think I need some new rims. Because one thing for sure is that these roads, especially in New England, you can get a pothole. And sometimes you can't avoid them. And, sometimes they're on the highway, where speeds are high. And you can't avoid them. You hit them and, you swear to who that you blew a tire out after you hit it. As soon as you hit it, you say, oh, there goes a tire. But then, you keep going and there's no flat. But then you notice vibrations and everything, and you think it's your alignment, and you go get an alignment, and then they tell you, well, it's not your alignment. Your rims or wheels are bent. And you're like, oh, good grief. Okay, it's bent. So, well, okay, you'll go get them fixed. And then you get quoted the price of what it takes to unbend or to true an alloy wheel today. And the price shocks you. But then they try to soften the blow by telling you, well, it's about half the cost of buying a new wheel. Now, at first, when they told me that, I'm like, yeah, right, no way. And then I went looking and found out, indeed, the wheels to my car, the alloy wheel, was almost $600. But they wanted like $260 to straighten it. I'm like, nearly $300 to straighten this? Are you kidding me? But they just give you a smile and say, well, go ahead and buy a new one then. And so they kind of got you at that point. But people know me. I don't like to be got. So I haven't paid them to do it yet because I realize that if I really wanted to, what I can do is I can go to, because now I'm sure that there are plenty of used wheels out there from totally destroyed vehicles of my model. I can go out there and find a couple of wheels that are still true and buy them at the junkyard for less than what they're going to charge me to straighten these wheels out. And so I will not have been gotten by the auto repair industry. I will have triumphed. And I know that they're less than what they're charging because I've already called an auto yard and I said, can you prove to me that they're true? And he says, yeah, we have a machine here that aligns wheels and you can see on the alignment if it's true or not. He says, yeah, $200 for one. Uh-huh. And now when I inquired with him about, which version were they, it's not the version that I have, but it is an original a wheel from my manufacturer, but it's the other one. And I'm like, okay, well, I could probably end up with a set of 4 new wheels for $800. Now understand, one tire from my car is like $600. So, and I'm probably going to need some new tires this time around this summer. So they'll get me on that. But as far as the other stuff, I'm not going to be gotten. on that. So I might just end up buying 4 new wheels and changing the look of my vehicle slightly and getting back my original ride, the original smooth ride with true wheels. And look, they're all, see, when you actually just stop and think, you have alternatives to a lot of things. You don't have to go with the first thing that you're told. Unless, of course, government is involved. Then you don't have a choice. So you can't shop around. And the more government takes over in our life, the less ability you have to shop around. And it's getting worse by the year when every year we get these new rules, regulations, and more new laws that come out that limits our choice and our freedom. Now, who knows? Maybe there was there not too long ago there was a legislator who wanted to, and he was a liberal nut job. He basically wanted to make cars that were older than 15 years old illegal to register. His reasoning is because when a car is 15 years old, the technology to help prevent global warming was way outdated, in that nobody should be driving a car that old to begin with. Well, there goes the entire antique car market if he got his way. There we go, the entire antique car market. Oh, you can't have an antique car, well, you could have it, but you wouldn't be able to register it, which means you wouldn't be able to drive it. So they would permanently be sitting in your garage or museum, which is what he wanted. Again, that would reduce it would make used cars a lot more expensive, for one. Because knowing that you would have to upgrade and buy a newer vehicle, can you imagine this? You go in to register your car, you have it like mine, for instance. In another 7 years, it would be supposedly out there. It wouldn't matter what condition it was in. It could still be in pristine condition. The engine could still be purring, no wear, very little wear. It could still be doing the same type of emissions that were coming out as when it was new. Could be like a new car. Could be. Like I said, I baby my cars. And there are a lot of people out there who are like me. But they go in, it's year number 15. They go in to register it, and the person behind the desk says, no, you can't register this car. Why? It's too old now. It's obsolete by government standards. You can't register it. So now you have a worthless car? It's fully functional. It meets all the standards, when it was manufactured. But you can't register it because the government just decided that it's too old. And so now, whether or not I want to, or whether or not I have the ability to, I have to go out and buy another car. Now, what choice do I have in that? If I want to have the same lifestyle that I had, or do the same type of work that I was doing, I am going to have to buy another car. And some people will say, well, you can lease one, Rod, or rent one. It doesn't matter however you want to call it. I'm going to have to spend money on a car that I should not have to spend money on. Now, I can see if the thing was, was a death trap on wheels, or it didn't meet certain, emission standards, and it could not meet them, or it was going to just cost way too much. I get that point. But, if it's perfectly operational, it's still pristine, still runs well, still works well, and there's nothing wrong with it, why shouldn't I be able to drive it? Why shouldn't I be able to register it and drive it? Well, some liberal nut job is going to tell me that you don't have a choice.